Live. Here we go. Instagram Live. And we now officially are on YouTube. We are all set up. Everybody, how is everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing so far? Happy Thursday, everybody. You guys doing good? Safe week? You guys happy? Safe? Having a productive week? Good. Ready for today's class? Awesome. I appreciate you guys. So, we have A-Rod and Oscar. Awesome. So, today, we're going to be talking about hiring, either when it comes to employees or when it comes to types of people we're going to be doing business with. So keep that in mind as we tie back to it. Hiring employees, hiring business people. As you guys are aware, these individuals that you decide to take onto your team, take onto your business, they can infect you in a tremendous way, either a positive or as a negative. So there's a few things you want to keep in mind when you go about doing these things. And we're going to talk about 7 traits. So when I was in Florida a few weeks ago, I was with Patrick Bet-David. You know, he's my business mentor. And we go over the business strategy for everything. And if you guys went to it, you guys saw when we talked about 7 key components that you need to master or at least process to find the best hire. Remember, it's talking about employees. It's also talking about the different types of people you want to do business with, as in business partners, or as you start hiring higher roles within your company. What are those relationships going to look like? So, to start off, I wanted to talk about 2024 and how the year has been so far for us at Energize Us EDU. So at Energize Us EDU, for the last year, we've been traveling the world, as you guys have been following, interviewing, learning from, networking, helping out other contractors, other skilled tradespeople in the industry, and learning about them and learning on how they became the individual that they are today. Some were born into the trade, some learned a trade, some were forced into the trade. We were able to learn from so many different people, from so many different backgrounds on what got them involved within the skill trades. What I love about the last year, especially when it comes to the skill trades, is the different personalities we got to meet. We got to meet amazing individuals, amazing business owners, amazing visionaries, amazing family men. All in all, that was the key highlight of this entire year, was getting to put a face to an individual's name, a face to their platform, a face to their Instagram page. That for me alone, no one could take away. So for me, when so many people ask me, what's the plan for the school? What are you guys going to do? What if it doesn't work? I always tell them the same thing. If this company, if the school doesn't take off, right? At least I got to spend the last year traveling the US, getting to break bread with individuals and hanging out with them and making lifelong friends. That's the worst case scenario. And that worst case scenario is sometimes better than anybody else's life. So I'm happy with exactly the mission, the trajectory, the speed, and the steps that we're taking to reach this. So once again, the biggest part, the biggest joy of everything that we've been doing from 2024 to now has been the fact that we get to meet all these industry leaders, industry experts, individuals who are just down to earth amazing. That for me is the best part of 2024. With that being said, that can also be the worst part of 2024, getting to meet different types of individuals. One is getting to see how we're all different, how we all have the same vision, how some align, some don't, somehow people motivate and how other people operate differently. That's a beautiful thing. It's like a melting pot. It's like a dish full of food. There's different components. The other side, the negative side to the thing, or the reality side of things, is not everyone will want to work with you, and not everybody holds the same values or the same morals as you. So, just as I mentioned, the opportunity to meet all these people throughout 2024, amazing, hands down, my favorite part of the year. And now you come towards the other side, without light, there's no dark, vice versa, no dark without light. The other side is the personal side of things, where you get to see other qualities in individuals that you don't see through online. What I love about that is that relationship translates directly to what we're going to be talking about today in our book of 7 key components, steps of processing if you want to hire people. So remember, we're talking about hiring employees and then hiring people that you want to do business with. Both go through the same process. But within 2024, the different people that you meet or in your own life throughout the years, you're going to meet individuals that are amazing and then individuals that, hey, you maybe thought that was amazing. But then as time started to go by, you start seeing other qualities and things that maybe they don't align with you where you are right now, or they don't align with where you want to go. And you may have to, change the people that you're associating yourself with. But what I appreciated about 2024 was the fact that in that opportunity of meeting new people and that opportunity of filtering through people, you get to meet individuals and see their different love languages. For example, in a year, 2024, true or not, as electricians in this industry, just as a whole, electricians are known as divas within the industry. True or not? Have you ever heard anybody say that? Oh, those electricians, they're soft. Oh, those electricians, they complain. All these electricians, they need this. Oh, we can't do this. So within the industry, electricians already have a reputation of being divas. Now, just imagine that reputation in itself. You go to the job site, you're the one always having issues with everybody. Divas, right? Now you throw in, for example, because the world we're in, you throw influencer on top of that. Now you got super divas, but then you have super divas, and then you have individuals who are their own business people. So basically, they don't need to take crap from anybody. They're their own employer. So you got divas, you got influencer super divas, and then you got divas who are doing their own thing. Mega divas. So you got different types of divas. And this year, what was so exciting about it was meeting these people. I'm not saying I'm not a diva. I have my moments. But it was so nice to meet these people. But I'm talking about the relationship when it comes to hiring and processing and working long-term with somebody. Those different relationships, those different personality traits start to mesh at some point, and it's hilarious. And I love it. But when it comes to a business sense, that's where you have to be wary. Personal, no problem with anybody. Business sense, that's where it becomes fun. That's where it becomes mitigation, damage control almost. And within that, you get to learn every individual's love language. For example, for some individuals in our team, Anthony, we have Cameron, we have Nick, we have Andrea, we got Solar Stash, we got Tommy, and then we have office staff. Office staff as in our COO, our VPs, who are handling the business side of things. So they're not big on social media. So they don't understand what's this influencer stuff. They understand it, but they don't understand the relationship it brings. So we have our office staff who are always like, what are they asking for? Like, what? That doesn't make sense. Then you got the influencer side who are going at it. And then you got the business side. What's so beautiful about this is everybody has a different love language, We all believe in the school. They're all part of the school. They all have equity in the school. They all have the school and they're all pushing it. But what's funny is the love language for each person varies. My relationship with Tommy is completely different from my relationship with Anthony. And as a COO, as a CEO, as the owner and founder of a company, you have to know how to either give pressure or take away pressure from an individual. You have to know how to respond as well as communicate with that individual for their love language. There are some individuals who love attaboys, and it doesn't take anything from you. They just want to feel appreciated. There's individuals who I'll be working with in my electrical contracting company, for example. No names. Everyone's going to know, but no names. If a month goes by, and here's the thing, I won't even notice. So forget a month. Towards the end of the day, we'll start noticing this one individual he's getting moody, grumpy. He's getting irritated. Oh, why we got to do this? Why we got to do that? To the point where we have an SOP in our book. To the point where it's like, when was the last one-on-one I had with said individual? It's been 6 weeks. Call him up. Let's go for lunch. We lunch. Dude's on cloud 9. He's running for another 6 weeks. There's individuals with that type of love language. They want to be seen. They want to be appreciated. They want to be in a company that's going to go somewhere. And they're okay with doing the work. They're okay with grinding it out. But they just want to be noticed. There's individuals, on the other hand. So just like love language with, one-on-one, attention, affirmation, talk to them, vision. There's other individuals who just want to be kept in the loop. There's one guy, he doesn't care what we do, what walls we run through, what new goals that we set. He just wants to be kept in the loop. Hey, I see that you guys are doing X, Y, Z. Let me know about it. You tell him about it, he's on fire. He's going to run for you. He runs another month or two. There's individuals who are strictly financial, transactional friends. Those are the easiest to maintain because you pay them, they shut up, they go to work. Here's the thing. For some companies, that's a weight off their shoulders. You're 1099, basically. The thing is, with us at Energize Us, I don't mesh well with those individuals. I don't mesh well when something's transactional. When it's come in, you want this out of me, and then you just want the freedom to leave. I don't work well with those individuals because what we're trying to do on a school level is up here. What we're trying to do has never been done before. What we're trying to do is run to the moon and back. That goes beyond a transaction. I don't need anybody floozy like that. So for me, that's personal. I don't like transactional things. And I don't like knowing that someone can be bought at the same time. So that's just me. But then there's individuals who just want a conversation. Their love language, got my 8. See you later. Exactly. There's individuals who just want to kept in the loop. There's individuals who want to just be, hey, you see me. Thank you for the appreciation. A pat on the back. I can run another 6 weeks without any issues. Sorry about that. And then there's other individuals, 1099s. There's other individuals who just want their 8. There's other individuals just want money, and that's it. Out of all of those relationships that you experience, you have to know how to cater and work with each one. So when you go through those steps, the hard part is you don't know that when you're hiring. That's something that you learn as you already have your team and you recruited that team. So with that in mind, we're going to jump into the 7 steps on how to have a successful hire. The 7 steps to hiring and having a successful hire, a successful partnership, a successful business. The first, you want to make sure that you have the ability to attract clients, employees, partners. What does attract mean to you? If you guys are in the comments and you're still listening, I want to hear what you guys think. Think about it. You are a company. Step one of getting a key hire, a successful hire, is attraction. Attraction. What do you guys think attraction means to you as an employer? Attraction. Let's see. We'll give it a few more seconds. So, if you are an attractive company, people are going to want to work with you. People are going to be like, oh, wow, look at their projects they're on. Look at their company culture. Look at the jobs that they're completing. Look at their customers. Wow, that's very attractive. Let's go back to the illustration of dating, What attracts you to your spouse? It's the external features, right? The external is going to catch your eyes. That's what you want as a business. You want to make sure you got a nice set on you when you're working on attracting key hires. You want to make sure company mission, company vision, company culture, jobs, referrals, customer base, all looks attractive. If you are going to make a hire or put yourself in the other spot or the other person's position, why will I want to apply to your company when I can apply to someone else's? I'll be like, oh, wow, you got nice vans. You got a nice team. You got a nice clean look. You got nice reviews. You have nice customers. Wow, that's attractive. That's a company you want to get behind. So keep that in mind. Attraction. It's the physical. Instagram, Yelp, BBB, customer reviews, photos. All of those now bring you to life. All of that attracts other individuals to you. You can also be attractive in other senses. When you have a one-on-one with someone, when you go meet prospects, or when you go meet customers, or when you meet individuals who are going to interview with you, or just business to business networking, how are you going to look attractive? Storytelling, your vision, your mission, company culture, all are other ways of attracting good talent. Now, let's say you and your spouse, you're attracted to your spouse when you were single. You're attracted to him and her. Now you go on a date. You recruit. What's your ability to recruit someone? So basically, you attract a candidate. How do you recruit them? How do you onboard them? Woo! How do you onboard your team? You recruit them. Hey, this is what we're going to do. This is the proposition. This is our work culture. This is our company. These are 40 hours a week. This is what you're going to be paid. That's part of the recruitment processing now. You're talking. It's more in-depth, more personal. That's where you get to show different sides of your company. This is where you get to show how much you value them as an employee. And you start building and building and building that relationship. Step 3 is, how do you engage? How do you engage with those individuals? Are you having personal one-on-ones? Are you now training them, going on the job site with them? You're doing ride-alongs. You're showing them what's involved within the business so they can see the bigger picture. Engagement is number 3. Number 4, it's typically, for most people, the hardest part, especially within this last year, working with a lot of you contractors, working with a lot of you guys in our network. Retention. How do you retain your team? Think about that. How do you retain your team? For so many people, this part is highly neglected, and you think your 40-hour check a week is going to retain your team. But just like I mentioned before, This is where those love languages kick in. And this is the hardest part, because when I was growing up, when I started in trades, I was told, or the company culture was always like, you never want to hear from your boss. You want to just make sure you kept getting that check. Retention. How are you going to engage more one-on-one with your team and help them stay? What's the vision for them? What's long term? Before, it was always be seen at work, never heard. You didn't want a one-on-one with your boss. Every time you said, hey, your boss wanted to speak with you, everyone felt the same way. You felt the sweat coming down your back, true or not. Retention. How do you retain a solid team? You got to keep that in mind. So many, especially in the blue collar field, this is where they fail, is in retention. Just like you can hire someone, they can quit. Just like you can attract talent, they can leave you. Retention is where most blue collar individuals fail. Anybody can hire, anybody can recruit, anybody can engage. But how do you retain? Retain. There's companies out there with a revolving door. There's partners out there with a revolving door. Is that somebody you want to be with? Absolutely not. Remember, there's individuals out there who are only good for 1 or 2, 3 things, and then they gone. They're looking for the next opportunity. Retention is key if you want to be a successful contractor. I'm proud. In 6 years of business, I had one employee who started in my first year, had him for 5 years, still growing with him. Our other individual employees are 2-3 years with us, growing with the team, retaining the team. That is valuable. The team that we built since the beginning of Energize Us EDU has been the core. The core team has stayed the core. We had individuals and influencers that we're working with who has different goals, different alignments, different morals that don't align with us. 1099 type of mentality. Those are the people that we're not working with long term. They may be good for 1, 2 events. Awesome. Long term, there's no helping that. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep growing. And the people who want to keep working together as a team, they have that mentality of retention. On the outside looking in now, that retention quality is also could be tied with the attraction quality. If you see a company and all their employees are there 5, 10, 15, 25 years, you're thinking they're doing something right. That company culture is working. That company has a vision. That company's on a mission. That company's taking care of everybody. Remember, a clear indicator of success is how much you retain. That's money. That's personal relationships. That's personal business handlings. If you can retain and keep things in-house, that is one major clear indication of success. Keep that in mind. The 5th step, build and develop your team. Now, you retain your team. You're keeping your employees. Are you keeping them in the same position? If you hire a laborer, is he staying a laborer? Remember, if you hire a laborer and he doesn't want to grow, that's a transactional thing. You don't want individuals who don't have the vision to grow with you, because as you grow, they stay complacent. That gap in between you guys are going to stay. If you have somebody in your team, you recruited them, you're training them, you're engaging with them, and they don't want to continue to grow and develop and build with you, that's a conversation you have to have, because you want to make sure everyone in that team is going to grow with you, because those roles change. What got you to this point will not get you to your next goal or your next threshold or your next milestone. That's something you need to keep in mind, and have the people around you, your key hires, have that mindset of building and developing themselves to keep growing. After that, I know a few weeks ago, we're going to our 6th point where we talked about it. 3 key components in business: hard skill, soft skill, self-development. So self-development, building and developing leaders. Sixth point now is leadership. How do you lead your team? You lead by example. You lead by the things that you do, and you lead by letting others take opportunities to grow. It's not a singular focus. Your investment is with the team and the vice versa, the team with you. And then the seventh step of a key hire, a successful key hire, is he duplicatable? Are your processes duplicatable? Are you able to create that person as another CEO, foreman, key lead? You want to make sure everything you do holds true, and everything you do and teach, they're able to teach the next. And now you have a system of key hires, filtering, engaging, retaining, building, developing, self-improving, leading, all in all. And now you can take a step back because you already entrusted them with that workload. So everybody, those are the 7 steps of clear indicators of a clear, successful key hire. Start again. You want to make sure you can attract. You want to make sure that you recruit, that you engage, that you retain, that you're able to build and develop, that you're able to lead, and then you're able to duplicate. Hiring. Those are the key 7 steps, the key 7 indicators of a successful hire in your company. Attract, recruit, engage, retain, build and develop, lead, and duplicate. Those are the 7 key indicators of a successful hire, guys. I'm so proud of you. And once again, we go back to how 2024 has been such an amazing year for the opportunity where we got to meet so many individuals. What's so fun is that with those individuals, you see different qualities that you want to keep promoting, and some qualities that you may not want to work with. Keep those in mind when it comes to hiring. Don't let your circumstances force you to hire somebody or keep somebody that's not going to help you continuously grow. Keep that in mind. But that was my little demo presentation explanation on hiring today. If you guys have any question, comments, concerns, comment down below. If you guys want to jump on live, feel free to jump on live. Send a request over now. We have time. If you don't, we'll call it an early night. But I want to hear from you guys. What are some questions, concerns? If you guys want to jump on live, feel free to jump on. We have some people coming on. We have Lampy, OG Pai. We have Ed, the electrician. We have Nankaye, Amon's Electric, Reyes, Oscar. Hello to everybody for jumping on. I appreciate you guys spending your Thursday evening with us. Nelson, we have one question. Let me pin it right here. Epic Electric, if you're still on, I appreciate you. What kind of finances should you have in place before you hire? So when you're going to hire someone, that's a very good question, because even before you get to these 7 steps, you have to make sure that you have, one, the workload to cover and justify another hire. Remember, the hardest part about being a contractor is the work coming in. The hard skills, the soft skills, hard skills is the easiest part. Soft skills is the part that takes the longest. Self-development is the part that people lack. The hardest part is making sure you have enough work to justify a key hire. Because when you're getting a key hire, you want to make sure that you're able to duplicate yourself so he can offset tasks to him. But for that, you're going to need a full schedule set for that key hire. So what finances should you have in place before you make a key hire? Workload. Make sure that's fine. On second, on top of that, just like any other business strategy, financial advisor always recommends 3 months of payroll expenses. Just make sure that's taken care of. Just remember, when you hire someone, you're not just hiring them at their hourly rate and that's it, unless you're doing 1099. When you're hiring someone, you got to also think about workers' comp, insurances, as well as your company corporate taxes on top of it, which is you're roughly looking at 23 to 28%, depending on what state you're at. So you're going to pay an additional 23 to 28% tax just for having an employee. You know what I mean? Because you're now going to be paying his taxes for the state as well, unemployment, et cetera, et cetera. So just keep that in mind. If you guys have the work and you hire a key employee, he's going to be making that money back easy. So that's secondary to the fact that you need to make sure you have the work volume. The most expensive cost of running a business, true or not, if you guys are a contractor, true or not, it's almost a curse. If you have workers who are clocked in and there's no work, true or not, in the back of your head, you can feel it's like those taxi stands. You know how the taxi and the meter's just running? That's the feeling you get in the back of your head. The most expensive headache you can have is employees on the clock not working. Material didn't get delivered on time. Work got a flat tire and they're just sitting around. All of these things affect you at your bottom line at the end of the day. A workforce who isn't working is the most expensive thing that you're going to have. So just keep that in mind. You want to make sure you have the workload, keep them busy. When they're keeping busy, the money is going to self-fund itself. Then you have your savings as a backup just in case you lose work, but that's a contingency. That's secondary. That's down the road. That's savings. So I appreciate you, Epic. That's an awesome question. Next, we have Nelson E.D. Fernandez. He has his question in Spanish. ¿Dónde puedo aprender el NEC en español? So, Nelson, si tú conoces a Sergio Cortez con the electrical Surge Electrical Training, yo voy a mandarle un mensaje para que pueda conectarse. So, Nelson, si tú conoces a Surge con el Surge Electrical Training, él hace entrenamiento en español, inglés, lo que sea. So, tú puedes también tener un clase en privado con él y él va a ayudarlo. So that was my Spanish for the night, guys. I'm tapped out. Solid teaching. Thank you. American Electric Solution. Appreciate you for listening, brother. We have more individuals jumping on, and I think that's all the questions. But if anybody here in Cali can't pay 1099 and less provide business LSE. California, you can't pay 1099 any less provide business license, etc. Okay, perfect. But if you guys need anything, questions, concerns, feel free to message. If anybody knows Nelson Mape, if you can send him also Surge Electrical Training. So that'd be nice. Surge does it all. But if you guys have any questions, concerns, feel free to comment down below. I'll give it another 3 minutes. Also, if you guys want to jump on Instagram Live, send a request. But if this video helped you at any means, guys, feel free to head over to our Instagram, YouTube channel, Energize Us EDU. This video has been recorded. So if you have any questions, concerns, or want the replay on the key 7 indicators of a successful hire, head over to our YouTube. You can replay the video just in case you need any of this information. All right, guys. Let's see. I am a young South African electrician starting a new company. Any advice on getting a brand out there? Getting my brand out there. Oh, international travel. There's a whole bunch of federal and state laws that require that. Sponsorships. You can look for a company to bring you over through or via sponsorships. Those are just a few things to keep in mind. There's so many different agencies out there helping individuals who have workplace knowledge, workplace expertise to help you, bring you on over if you are looking to start that through in the USA. So keep that in mind. Ryan Halim, appreciate you. Listo. Thank you, Will. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tari. Thank you, everybody. If you guys need anything, feel free to message, DM me. If you want to see the replay, head on over to our YouTube channel. Hope everyone's having a good night. Stay safe, everybody. Bye. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. Appreciate you guys for staying this long. Hope everyone's doing well. If you have any questions, concerns, send it in the chat. Send us a private message. Let me know if there's anything I can help you guys with. Have a good night. Bye.